Okay, this is the second part where I'm continuing. I've divided the face now into dark, medium, and light, and I've just mixed.
Is it okay if I can post a link to it? Because it doesn't let me import it, but I have the link to the file.
Yeah, you can try that. Sure, go give that a shot. All right, so now I'm.
I just posted my thing.
Okay, so guys, I need to finish my demo, and so I'm gonna have to get to commenting on your whips at the end of class. Okay. I've got about maybe 10 more minutes left of my demo here. All right, so I'm painting the dark value in. And it's really, really like paint by numbers here. Trying to stay tidy. Pop art paintings are very graphic. They're not painterly like an impressionist painting. They're more just color blocks, kind of like a cartoon or a graphic image. Lots of shadow and in a highlight. So I kind of like to outline a shape first with my color. So I load up my brush and I kind of give it a good little outline so that I know where I'm painting in. And if you're noticing that your paint is a little bit watery, make sure when in between cleaning your brush paint that you've really tapped it on paper towel like this. Because that water will turn your paint into more of a watercolor than a thick acrylic paint. And you'll see this happens pretty quickly once you get your blocks of value in there. In the first coat of paint, you're going to put another coat on top and then add details later. When you put paint down on your palette, you don't want to mix, you don't want to put too much down because then if you don't use it all, you typically have to throw it away. If you have saran wrap at home, sometimes you can put saran wrap on it and save it if you're going to work on it like within a couple hours. That works. If you're not going to work on it until the next day, it typically doesn't really work. So try not to put too much paint on your palette. You're going to be putting a lot of it down the sink. Okay, so I'm almost done painting in my dark value. Getting pretty close to it. And so like how am I grading all this? Like what am I expecting from you? Really, I'm expecting nice proportionate image, right? So you're using your reference image and you're trying to get the proportion accurate. I'm looking for your color scheme so that you have an understanding of your color scheme. I'm looking for that you understand that the shadows are dark colors and that the medium tones are medium colors and that the light tones are highlights and that those things make your image look more three-dimensional. And I'm also looking for neatness, right? So that you've taken your time in painting your image, that it's not done quickly or sloppy, or that you really kind of tried to practice with your brush strokes and capturing the line quality and the texture of things. Okay, so I'm just about done with my dark value. Now I'm going to mix my medium tone and drop that in. Okay, so I'm going to clean my brush really well because my medium tone is actually red-orange. So I don't want any blue or green at all in my medium. All right, so I'm going to grab some red and I'm going to mix it into my yellow. And that happens really quickly, like it turns orange immediately with just one little dollop of red. So I don't want to go too crazy with the red. And I'm going to mix a tint into my highlight, and my highlight's going to be an orange color. So I really want this red-orange to come off as a medium tone. So I'm not going to add any tint to it. Just want it to be a nice deep red-orange. Okay, so now I'm going to go around and put wherever I see the M, I'm going to drop that in, and it's usually going to touch the darker value, right? Because it's the medium value. And it's going to kind of bleed in to the darker. I'm outlining that shape. Whoever's speaking is very muffled. Do you think you could put it in the chat? Let me see the chat here. Yeah, oh, yeah, I think so, as long as your medium tone is lighter than your red. So you might want to mix like an orange or something as your medium tone. I'm really digging this green next to this deep like red orange. I think it looks really cool. It's almost like Christmas colors. I subconsciously picked those colors maybe.
If I leave the meeting, and it's probably because of my internet, because it's been like super laggy.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. I think I forgot to put the dark value in her bow here. I need to go back and do that. So you can see how quickly you can be almost done with working on this. Doesn't take too long to divide it up. And then you want to choose or think about an interesting background that maybe will go with your person. It could be something poppy and just colorful like a pattern, or it could be something more detailed. Leave that up to you. So we're getting close to the end of class. I'm going to try to get my light color painted in here by the end of class. And then I'll show you, I'll do one more demo that I'll show you on Friday that is the details. Like how do I do the background? How do I do the details? How do I finish up?
Miss Greninger?
Mm-hmm.
I think I just about finished my picture, but we only have about 12 minutes left of class.
Mm-hmm.
So would I start painting or do I wait till next session?
Why don't you post it as a whip and I will take some time either today or tomorrow before you go in and work on this class to comment. Like if you need to fix anything with your proportions, it's better to do that before you start painting. Okay, so you don't have to start. You don't have to start painting now. It's too late, I think.
Okay. Just letting you know, the light sketches on my picture are just reminders letting me know, like just where the light and dark, or like where the light parts are, like where the super light parts are.
Okay. All right, and now I'm going to take the leftover red orange that I have and just mix the yellow back into it to make my light highlight and with a little bit of white. So I'm going to make kind of like a tint of orange for my highlight. And then as I go in and do my second coat, I think I'll have to add more of that shadow color. It turned out really washy looking, like I can see my brush stroke. I don't really want that, so I'm gonna have to go back in and repaint that. But for now, I'm just gonna work on my tint and my highlight. Make a nice light orange. Kind of like a peach color. And again, I'm going around the shape with a nice loaded brush. A loaded brush means you've loaded it up with paint. So when you drag it along an edge, you want a nice crisp edge. You've got enough paint to do it. And then I go in and kind of fill in that shape with my paint. I never like a brush that has very little paint on it and you're just like dragging it in on there trying to get it to use the paint up. Let me refocus on this. I'm still looking back at my image here. I still can learn things by looking back at my image. I'm not going to leave any white of the paper. It's all going to have paint on it. Even the eyeball is going to have the highlight in there. All right, it's about 3:04, so we're getting close to being done. The things that you're going to want to do by the end of class today is post a WIP of your progress. Wherever you're at is fine. And then you're going to do the checkout.
Miss Ranger,
Yeah.
could you check my whip for today? I want to know if I did anything wrong.
I need to finish my demo, and then after class, I'm going to go through and make replies to the WIPs that are posted, okay? So
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'll do that soon, okay?
So when you look at my post, the reason why there's like squares and lines on the face is because that's where like I'm gonna put the shading on for the painting. So that's why I have like random lines on the face,
Gotcha.
on the edge.
Okay. So you're trying to really achieve some nice fluid brush strokes. Especially towards the end when you're doing your last pieces of highlight here. All right, and then you want to decide what do you want to do to your background. For me, I'm going to keep it pretty simple because I have a lot of detail here and here that I don't really want to lose if I make it too complicated. So I think, and then I also want it to be kind of high contrast. So I think I'm going to actually take my highlight and go around the figure with the highlight. I'm choosing to stick with the same color scheme, but if you want to mix it up and do a different color scheme just in the background, that might make it pop. So I'll leave that up to you. Then for details, I might want to choose to do some texture in her scarf or add a little bit more detail to her eyes. I could even go in with a black line and do some outlining like I did with the John Lennon portrait. And that's when you can, kind of step outside of the pop bubble and make some creative choices yourself. But you definitely want to finish off the background with some type of color and pattern so it's not just white paper. I could choose to put in some type of pattern that has to do with Frida Kahlo's Mexican heritage. If I wanted to do a little research and look up, I could just look up some of her paintings and find something in her painting that I can connect with, like maybe the shape of a leaf or something. She puts a lot of animals in her work. Maybe I could find a simple silhouette of a hummingbird or something. It's really, that part's really up to you. I think I'm gonna add some orange to this part of the background. Make it look a little bit like it's more in shadow than the right side, because her face is all highlighted right here. Okay. So I'm gonna do another demo that I'll show you Friday on how to do finishing touches. That was a big demo today. I wanted to show you so that you could go at your own pace and work as much as you can on this. All right, it's 3:10, so that means it's the end of class. I will go in and comment on your WIPs and let you know if you can proceed. And remember, you're working on these on Wednesday and Friday. All right, you guys, I'll see you soon. If you need to come into office hours, you can.
Bye, Mrs. Granger. Have a great day.
Bye, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye, you too. I'm gonna just do 5 more minutes.